Alright, welcome guys to another episode of Street Fighter V Seminar with yours truly, Broly Legs. Did a poll question a couple days ago, or yesterday I think, trying to find out what the topic of the next video will be on this web seminar, and it was bad habits. Now, a lot of players, as you guys know, before I go into it, and I am streaming this, so you will hear a lot of stream stuff and follow alerts, and I apologize for that, but I felt like this was the best way to kind of do this on the right way. Actually, let me fix that real quick. I did not edit this right. There you go. BGBFG, thank you so much for the sub. I don't know if that was you that followed, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for the sub. So yeah, you guys can see I am streaming on Twitch, but this will be on YouTube later. And so once again, we are going over the topic of bad habits and how to break them. This is the question that is plagued many players in all fighting games. This is not just a Street Fighter V thing. Even though we'll go into detail about it, how to deal with it, how to do what kind of bad habits there are, and what's the most bad habits that or the most prone to that most players will go for many times, because I do training. I am a professional tutor trainer for Street Fighter V players in Game Sense. I will be putting that link up in the description down below. So if you're interested in being taught by me, or if you want me to watch a video, do some analysis, give you feedback, play you First 5, make sure you go to that website, www.gamesense.com/training/broilers. I think, not 100% sure, but the link will be in the below. Anyways, one of the things that I get asked a lot as a tutor, as a teacher of this game, is what is wrong with what I'm doing? What am I doing wrong? That's the biggest question, right? What am I doing wrong that's stopping me from, beating my best friend, winning my local, getting out of bronze? Overall, how do I improve in this game is an important, and it's a very loaded question. There's not a simple answer. I can see one thing wrong, and next week I can see 10 things wrong. And so you're always trying to fill that hole. Think of it like a ship, right? This isn't Smash. Think of it as a ship, and you're trying to plug every hole in. It's sinking with water, and you're trying to plug every hole. And then once you do, another one springs, and then you gotta plug that hole and stop the ship from sinking, right? And that's just similar how they play in this game, how they move themselves, learning a fighting game for the first time. That's how it happens. And some of these things, some of these holes in your boat might not be so noticeable. You might miss some of these things without even understanding or knowing, right? And so we're going to do some replay analysis to look at some bad habits, but mainly we're going to be in training mode. So let's go ahead and get started, and see what we can do. Again, most of the time I used Chun-Li. She is my main character, but I will be doing other characters. I'll be doing Ryu. Well, let me see. What can I do? Should I do Chun? You know what? I do a lot of Chun, so let's go ahead and do Chun. Chun-Li, right? Chun-Li. We'll take away the blonde for now, okay? We'll take away the blonde for now, so everybody, you know, won't go crazy about it. And we'll go with I don't know. Let's go with Ryu, just for the sake of it, okay? And we'll probably go with a bunch of characters. This video will not be short, so buckle up. Make sure that you have, you know, if you're really ready to practice and to learn, this is something that's gonna help you. I promise this will help you break bad habits. Okay. All right. Now, what is a bad habit? To break it down in the most lamest of terms, bad habit are things that you do ritually and as a routine over and over that are bad. Okay. Now, to categorize what is bad, something that is risky or you shouldn't be doing because it's gonna cause you death, right? It's gonna cause you damage. It's gonna cause you to lose rounds faster. And what we're trying to do is make sure. What's up, Chew? We're trying to make sure to clean it up. The one thing I want you to do before we get started, before I go into this training mode, I want you to take these words very, very serious. Write them down. Make sure this is the first thing that you're writing on the top of your paper. All right, if you're doing notes, write this on the top of your paper in big bold letters. Okay. The safer you play, the less risky you play, the more you get to play. Okay? That is the biggest thing you're going to learn today. That is going to be like the saying, the motto of today's episode is you want to stay playing. You do risky stuff, that's less time that you get to play. And you want to get to play. Okay? Alright, so let's talk about bad habits. One of the main bad habits is jumping in, right? Jumping in. Every jump that you take is a risk. Now, I don't want anyone to assume that jumping means that you should never do it, like it's always going to be punishable. No, you could take that option. Jumping, I do jumping. We're going to go over some videos of mine that I jump. But you must realize that jumping excessively is a bad habit, right? If you don't know what's going to happen, right? Let's just say, you know, and the Ryu jumps. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see if this works really quick. We're gonna record a guard recovery. We're gonna do one. I think that'll work. Let's try one more time. Good, look like a lag. Okay. So every time someone, you know, goes in and attacks, a lot of times what can happen is sometimes you might be right to jump. You know, if you block something that's negative or something that's low and they want to go for a block string, so you know, you might be able to get a good jump in, right? So in other words, if I can do, see, they can go for a jump. That's a good jump. That's a well-timed jump that you can see as Chun-Li going for a fireball. It's really, really well-timed. A good time to jump, you know. So jumps sometimes are really good, but there are times where jumps can get you in trouble. There's times that a jump, I don't have a meter yet. Let me go ahead and give myself some meter. So there's times where I could go for an anti-air, right? Where I can see things. There are times where I could go for a big combo. Look at all that damage that you take. Bucket to there. Thank you so much for the follow. There are times where jumping will cause you to lose. I mean, look at all that health, right? Look at the health that he has. If I were to know that he's gonna jump, if I knew that if I do Fierce Punch and my opponent's gonna jump, I can do a setup just like that. Okay. I could see something that's gonna happen. I can just do, do some damage. That's a 164. Let's see if I can do anything better. Let's see here. Right, or I can do something like, so you get that mix up going on. Trying to get a good, like, I don't know if it'll work. Get that. Look at that. 265 damage right there. Just because you wanted to jump. And you wanted to jump at the wrong time. Right? You wanted to jump because you were feeling scared. Another thing that really causes people to jump is when they're cornered, right? What I want to do is keep you here. So I just poke you. I get to anti you, right? I get to push you back. I get to answer you again. I'm not going to do anything. Now, some people can be really reckless. Some people can do, like, something like this and then go for a jump. And that's a good jump. Because Chun-Li doesn't have anything to answer that other than EX. Unless I do something like, I can do stand light kick, it won't work. I can do back heavy kick, and it won't work. That's a good jump. Because I'm -2 after that. Ryu can go for that kind of jump. And that's fine. If you want to get out of the corner. But a lot of times there's spacing. You want to understand, don't ever jump at somebody that is recovered and has space. If I'm recovered and have space, I'm going to anti-air that every single time. Okay? You want to be able to jump at someone when they're not standing up straight, when they're not ready to anti-air, when they're in the middle of a move. Like if you see somebody that is just poking this, just spamming poke, fierce punch, that jump in becomes a really powerful jump in. Okay? Mega Mifflin, thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. I know I jumbled your name, so I'm sorry. But thank you so much. I'm gonna call you Mega. Mega, thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Anyways, one of the biggest bad habits is jumping, okay? Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is throwing out these huge moves on block. Okay? And one of the biggest bad habits that people tend to do, and this is something that I tend to do a little bit, is use the sweep. Alright? So we're going to do another guard recovery. And we got reversal. Okay? Let's go ahead and do that. Now, reversal is something that I can punish. You don't want to throw something out that's punishable. This is the thing that I was saying. The less risk you take, the more you get to play. Jumping is a risk. Throwing a sweep is a risk. It has its good things. Again, if I were to be just poking crazy, right? That's where it works, right? Like, if I'm trying to poke and poke and poke, that's where it works. But you have to give that some time. You can't make that decision right away. You want to make that decision later. Rush Fox, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. You want to make sure that you're able to use things that are safer. Now, you might ask, well, Broly, what's safer? What can I do that's safer? And one of the things that you can do, oh my god, if I can do it, I'm going to try to, no, let me see again. Okay, there we go. Crouching middle kick. Okay, so if I were trying to poke, see, that's a good move. If I put something that's negative, if I do something that's negative, then you can use that as a button to poke me because I'm the one that's negative. Now, of course, these kind of things do take some knowledge. You do gotta learn some frame data. Now, if I'm positive, you don't want to throw these moves, and that's gonna kind of segue into the next thing that I was gonna talk about. But let's go ahead and first talk about what not to throw. And you don't want to throw sweep. You don't want to throw a random DP. A DP is another thing. You don't want to just DP anything. You want to be safe. You want to be careful. You want to read. You want to take your time. Be patient. Patience requires a lot of watching and observing and probing. No commitment. No commitment. Thank you, Rushrock, of course. Take all the notes you need. Alright? When I poke you, you want to poke with something safe. And you can convert that into Fireball. You can convert that into anything. But the main thing you want to know is you don't want to throw something that's very punishable. Right? A big gamble, big risk. You want to play patient. Throw things that are safer. Now, it's not always crouching middle kick. And we're going to go over that right now. The next thing that we're going to talk about bad habits, is not only what you're throwing, but when you're throwing. When you're throwing that move. Okay? Now, when we talked about this, I was mainly using buttons that are negative. That are easier for you to tell yourself, hey, it's my turn, right? I go for sweep, you can punish me. That's a punish. You should throw that all day. This is crouching middle kick, it's a donkey kick all day. All day you do this. Crouching middle kick, donkey kick all day. That's a punish that you can do. Right? Crouching middle kick and fireball all day if you want to be safe. Okay? Negative move, yes. Negative move, yes. So what if it's a positive move? No. You don't want to swing a button when you're negative, when I'm the one that's positive. Okay? Take a look at Chun-Li real quick, alright? There's going to be two colors, red and blue. When I press a negative button, what color does Chun-Li turn into? Red. When I do a positive move, blue, right? So when she's blue, when the character is blue, if you want to know, you want to go into training mode and find out, hey, what is this move? Is it blue or red? Red, negative. Blue, positive. Okay? Now, there are some that are 0. This is a 0. That means that it's even. Whoever has a 3-frame win, whoever, it matters on distance. This is more of a poke. We'll get into, that's more advanced, but we'll have to save that for something else. But most of the time, you're going to run into things that are positive. Okay? So when it's positive, you don't want to swing. You want to stay blocking. Right? So let's take this off. You want to stay blocking. Okay? Now, the thing is, here's the biggest problem that people have. This doesn't really go over the whole bad habits thing, but this actually does go over how to break them. Okay? Whenever you're fighting a character, like, you have to have these moves in your mind. This is how you break this bad habit. The way you break this bad habit is knowledge. You get an idea of what moves are positive, and you make a mental note to say, hey, I shouldn't be pressing a button, I'm gonna wait. Right? Okay? You let that go. You let that go. And I appreciate it, Mega. Thank you so much for the follow, and hopefully this helps you out. Okay? These are negative. See, this is a red button. But this is a blue. Positive. Okay? You press a button, you get hit. This is called a frame trap. That's a frame trap. Okay? That's a frame trap. That means if there's a button squeezed in there, I'm gonna hit you. And good players will hit confirm off of that. Right? If I was a bad player, I would do this. And this is a bad habit, but we're gonna go into this soon. But that's a bad habit. But okay? That's something this is a string that I can do, but once that crouching middle kick hit, I'm red, I stop. You stop. And now it's your turn. Now I could continue it doing, like, something like, But I'm red after that, so it's your turn. Now, is it punishable? No, it's -2. But is it your turn? Yes. You don't want to commit to anything. You just want to, poke me, and that's it. Just get me out of there. Okay? So the way you break a bad habit is fight that anxiety. Now, this isn't the easiest thing. I understand. A lot of bad habits stem from anxiety, from not knowing, right? Not understanding, not getting it, not knowing the data, not understanding the information. So it's imperative that you take time to look things up. Okay? Ask questions. In this community, people will answer your questions. But now you always ask me. I will answer your questions. I ask questions all the time. Alright? Just today, I blocked Seth EX hands. Thought it was punishable. It was -2. He DP'd me. I died. The next thing I did was go into training mode and figure it out, or ask a person in chat, and they told me. Right? So when you don't know things, and that's why I wasn't too mad, but it was all me to make that, and it's hard. There's almost 50 characters in the game, and you gotta learn everyone's normals and what their frame data is. It's hard. But that's part of it. Whenever you're having something that's struggling, go look it up in training mode. But that'll help you. When you know, hey, I can't press a button, don't press a button. Okay? Alright. Now, let's go over another thing. And this one affects more of like the gold players, you know, well, the players that are more comfortable with the character. This could happen in silver. Okay. When you're fighting someone, you want to make sure that you're able to hit confirm, right? Now, I'm gonna try to do this. I'm not God, but we're gonna try to do this. I'm gonna set the computer to random, okay? And what I'm trying to do is make sure that I can hit confirm or not, okay? So that crouching middle kick hit, I could have done EX legs. Okay. So I know that combo hit, so it was easier for me to hit confirm. It was so hard for me to hit confirm off of that crouching middle kick. But what did I decide to do? Did I drop a combo? Yes. But did I go for something that was unsafe? If I were to just go in blindly, right? Okay, I went and got the hit. And that was a hit too. That was a hit too. So I'm getting all these hits. Try not. Well, I was hoping that it would block 3 in a row, but there you go. See, if I were to just go for this, it's -9, right? So if I were to go this is -9, I get punished. Okay. Bad habits come from doing a sequence without even thinking, without even seeing. Okay? Without even seeing if it hit. Never assume a combo's happening. I get a hit from these two, then I don't do anything. I stop, right? If I don't get the hit confirm, I'm not going to finish that combo. I'm not going to go into legs because I'm going to get punished. And you don't want to get punished. That's the goal. You don't want to give free damage away. That's the goal. Right? You don't want to give it away. So, anytime you get... Okay, that's okay. If this were to hit, that becomes later. That's when you start becoming a god. When you start playing really good. When you're starting to be, Grandmaster and all that stuff. You can hit it from that EX leg into leg. Now, Chun-Li does have an EX legs, so she can be a little safe about it, but you don't really want to waste the meter. So I got the hit, I went for the combo, right? I was able to hit confirm, right? But if I didn't, I'm not going to commit to that. Sure, I could have gone heavy legs. Sure, I could have gone the knockdown. Sure, that's the end goal is you want that. But make sure that you take the time to practice and to get those reactions. That's reaction. So you get that last crouching hit, middle kick, get the hit, raw, into legs. That's reaction. Okay, but for the most part, stay safe. Stay safe. That's all you. That's what really matters. Stay safe. Okay. Now, we went over punishing. We went over from some bad habits with just being negative. Let's also talk about fireballs. If you're a fireball character, this is a fireball character thing. So if you're someone else like a grappler, we'll go into that soon enough. But fireballs, okay? Fireballs. The only thing that's really a bad habit is to do them like consecutively. You don't want to just do it over and over. You know, because then you start developing patterns. The thing that you don't want to do with your fireball is to develop a pattern. A lot of times, I'll throw a fireball, poke, just stay around, mess around, use the, get the footsies going, get the spacing going, back up a little bit, fireball, okay? When I get the temperature, because I want to see if he's gonna jump. The thing that could happen to me is he could jump and hit me, right? I throw a fireball, he can hit me, okay? So let's go ahead and do this one again. Let's go ahead and just do guard off. Let's go ahead and do recovery, okay? So let's say, oh, let's try it again. I don't know if this will work, but okay, yes, reversal Hadouken. Okay, good. All right, so see, one thing that Chun-Li's have the ability to is to feel this and then follow their fireball. Okay. Now, sometimes you get in a fireball war, and you throw your fireball, you throw your fireball, you throw your fireball, and if you start noticing that he's throwing it on that block, you can get that. Right? You can get that read. That's part of reading your opponent. When you notice that every time they block it, they throw another one back, you can make that attempt to say, "Hey, I'm gonna go for this jump. I'm gonna go for this punish. I'm gonna go for this read on his bad habit." Right? His bad habit is to block a fireball and throw his zone. Okay. And I can do the same thing, right? I can throw some fireball, and I could wait for his, and I could throw one, and he could throw his, and I could throw one, and eventually someone's gonna make the read, right? Eventually, someone's gonna make the change. Someone's gonna go for it, right? So whenever these things kind of happen, you need to have that ability to say, "Hey, be careful on when you throw your fireball." Okay. And the good thing about Chun is that she can go through fireball. She can go over fireball. I mean, most characters can go over it, but she can go under it. And, you know, one that I don't do a lot is you can throw it. You can break this, and then do something like that. But I mean, it's just something you can kind of do. You can kind of mess with. But mainly, be careful with your fireballs. Don't get into a pattern. Don't make it predictable. Making your fireball predictable causes your opponents to make big reads, causes you to take bigger damage. When you throw a fireball, you are defenseless. You're vulnerable. So make sure you protect yourself at all times. Okay. So another bad habit. Now this one's gonna be hard to replicate in training mode, and this is basically what do you do? What do you do when someone's pressuring you? Okay. So what we're gonna do is this. I'm gonna take away. I'm gonna take away this, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go, and we're gonna become Ryu for a bit. Okay, we're gonna become Ryu. And we're gonna record. Okay. Actually, I don't want Chun. How do I get Chun? Well, actually, you know what? You know what? I'll do this. Okay. No. Okay, whatever. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. So, what we're gonna talk about today is how to handle your wake up pressure. Now, a lot of times people will just mash jab, right? Some people will just go ahead and mash jab. They'll get up and do a wake up jab, but you got to be careful on your meaties, right? You got to be careful on what you do. A lot of people will just backdash, they'll panic, they'll just press a bunch of buttons, all that kind of stuff. You want to make sure that you're safe. So a lot of times I just go for the block. I tried taking that right there. Okay, you kind of keep yourself there. You want to have a good base of blocking, right? So that's a good one. Okay, so when you are getting thrown to the corner, it's good to just keep yourself in distance, right? You want to keep yourself and make sure you see that walk up. You see that walk up that he's doing? Right when he stands up, that's when I know that he wants to tech me. Okay? So make sure that when you see the walk up, that's when you want to tech. Okay? Now, memes is one thing that's really hard to just explain in detail. That'll have to be like on another video. Oh, you got Kongwai? Nice. So we'll have to make that a thing later on. Meaties is something that you have to be very careful. I'll try to explain it in a video. And that's what we're gonna do right now. Is go into one of the matches that I had earlier today. And see what we can learn from this. Let's go. I think it was in casuals. Yes. God bless. God bless. Okay. God bless. God bless. Single again. This is perfect. This is a perfect ability to understand bad habits and how to abuse it. Okay? Bad habits. Now, you know how that thing I told you to write on the top of your notes? You know, the saying that I said, you know, less risk, the more you get to play. Here's another thing that you want to write, maybe on the second page on the top. Okay? Always use the first round as a test. Doesn't mean you're going to win the first round. You never know if you're going to win the first round, but you always want to learn from your opponent. You're going to learn from what you're fighting against, who you're fighting against. Because you'll be able to expose bad habits. Because once you know how to deal with your own bad habits, you'll be able to see those bad habits on others. And know how to expose them, okay? So, went for one jump, went for another jump, got a throw, that's good. Went for a third jump, and that's where I'm starting to pick it up a little bit, okay? I don't mind the first two blocks that I did. I blocked two, I did take a throw, I didn't panic, but I knew a third one was coming, okay? So let's continue on. I went for my jump. Now this is actually, I'm sorry, I need to turn on this. And I got to jump away. Okay, this time I didn't panic. I didn't make anything crazy. I just wanted to get away. I would have taken damage, but I wanted to get out of the corner. Okay, I want space to read my opponent. So this is -3 for me, +3 for him. So I can press a button. What did we learn today, or earlier in this video? When they are positive, we don't press anything. Okay? Yeah, I'm using your very. Yeah, that's right. I'm using your current. Get out of here. Okay, so again, positive. I'm trying to be as patient as possible. Okay, and what I'm trying to do is wait for him to jump. I actually jumped, and he actually answered me, so that was really good on him. Okay, so I'm trying to pick up on what his bad habits are. Jumping is one bad habit, so I picked that on. Another thing he likes to do is that kind of mix-up. Another, keep more jumps, more jumps. So I was willing to take those. So I lost the first round pretty bad. Okay, pretty bad. I lost this round really bad. But let's look at the adjustments I made. Let's see what I can do that's different. Got an anti-air, great. Went for another jump, but that down forward fierce got me away. I know I took that DP, but look at this. Anti-air, I know he's gonna jump again. Down forward fierce to get away from the next jump and poke him just in case, because I knew I was gonna recover before he did. Now he uppercuts me, and that's okay. We don't panic on wake up. He throws me, and that's alright. We'll take that. One jump into another one. That's okay. One thing I need to remind people is that the take the throw thing that people talk about, that people spread around. It's important to understand that when we say take the throw, the damage he did to me is 120. It would have been worse if I didn't take the throw, if I would have pressed buttons. Like earlier when I took that jump in, I took a lot of damage. So sometimes you gotta take the throw just to mitigate damage. Okay, this is not really a bad habit, but it's more of a forewarning. Be careful with throw teching. Get used to it before you start doing it. Don't do it right away. Take throws is important. Okay, positive. And you walked up throw, that's gonna happen. Okay, so now I'm positive. So now I know it's my turn. What do I do? Go for a move. So it's my turn. Went for another throw. Okay. Okay. So now I have him where I kind of want him. Now I gotta see. Now, the thing that I understood about this person, did a lot of DPs, did a lot of jumps, did some tatsus. I can tell that this player is reckless. I can tell that this player is reckless. So I'm never assuming that I can just go in. I see that he has full super. I see that he has meter. I tell myself, I am just going to bait this person. I want him to do stupid stuff. Okay? That's the way I'm going to win. That's the only way I'm going to win. Is if he does stupid stuff. Okay? So what I do is I bait that jump. I knew he was going to DP. I knew he was going to do something dumb. Because I understood what he was doing throughout that first round and throughout this round. I am getting my ass kicked. But I'm never not learning. I don't stop learning. Okay? And so that allowed me to do this. Learn my combos, got the stun on him. Go for a frame trap, a trap. Went for another DP. And kill him. When you start seeing these bad habits that players have, you can make these adjustments to win. So I was starting to open it up a little bit because I know he still has bad habits. So I went for a head stomp. Pressing buttons. Playing wild. Doing a lot of buttons. Doing some. So now I was trying to mix them up. Pressing buttons on wake up. I took that one, but it's okay. I knew he was gonna jump. I knew he was gonna jump again. So this was something that I did bad. I shouldn't have done this. This was me feeling myself a little bit. Okay? This is something you never really want to do. This is a big no-no. Don't ever put yourself in the corner. Don't do this. This is a bad habit. Is that players tend to want to jump to get those plus frames. You have the corner. You have the position. Keep it. You've earned it. You've earned the corner. Don't worry about anything else. You've earned this. This is me being bad. Okay? I know he's just trash, but it's still because he's bad habits. You know, people can be good. Went for the jump in. Missed the combo. Blocked. I'm surprised he didn't go for throw, but whatever. Just playing patient. Went for the DP again and cross counter. Okay. If he was patient, if he was just a tad patient, he would have won. He would have wiped the floor with me. But he wasn't patient, guys. He was so eager for the win, so tunnel vision on what to do, he lost. And he was winning the whole time. Okay. Now let's go over an actual match that I had in tournament. Okay, let's look at a match that I had in tournament in the Wednesday Night Fights tournament. Okay. We'll go over this one. Okay. 2 straight rounds. Now, this is hard to say because this is me. I don't play a lot of tournaments. I play mainly ranked. This is probably like, second or third tournament I've had in like a couple months. So, the thing that I wanted to do first round was to test him, was to see what he was going to do. But I had a couple of bad habits of my own. He had some too, and we'll go over them, but he'll have some too. So the first thing we're trying to do is I'm trying to be patient, not go in, not create anything offensive, probe, be patient, play as long as we can. That's the rule. Play as long as we can. Okay. So I know I can go under fireball. I'm trying to get the right spacing for it. I don't want to just do it, and he's going for a jump. So I already know he jumped once. Okay. Couldn't punish it. It's fine. Okay. Didn't get punished for that jump in, so it's okay. So here's crouching middle punch number 1. Now this is very important. Okay, this is where someone's throwing a lot of fireballs. Use your abilities to get in. Some characters have some characters don't. You can jump. Chud doesn't have the best jump. She has a very floaty jump, so it's harder for me to go for jumps, but other characters can go for jumps. So look at how many times it's going for fireball. That helped me get those crouching middle punches in. Okay. Going for those frame traps now. I saw that this doesn't hit. I don't commit to a combo. I stay safe. I go for fireball. That's safer. Now I could have anti-aired there, but I messed up. Plus again. Okay. I wish there was a rewind by frames, but look at this. Plus this becomes -2 for him. This is not even plus. This is plus for me. So I could swing here. Doesn't have meter. I don't really know that. That's my fault. So I let him continue. That's my fault. Now I know. Okay, learning. We're always learning about frames and stuff. So I didn't even know that. So now that's good to know for next time. Okay, jump number 1. This is not a bad habit. This is just a test. Okay, so I'm learning. I was like, okay, I tested his anti-airs. He got him. It's okay. Went for my anti-air. Went for the viewers. Now, this is kind of something that's really ballsy, but this one actually made sense. Why did he DP there, right? This is where risk and reward kind of match a little bit, okay? I am +2 on this. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm +2, it's my turn. I'm going for crouching middle kick, but it does have a lot of startup. Has a lot of frames. And this DP was kind of wild, but it also allowed me to learn and say, okay, he did that DP and it hit me before my crouching middle kick could hit him. So it worked. This is not invincible. It's just his was faster than my attack. But this allowed me to learn, hey, I got something here. I got something that he's willing to go for that can give me a lot of damage. So I'll keep that in mind. Okay. Went for my spinning bird. Now, at this point, we're relatively close. Right? This is where bad habits kind of come into play a lot more. Is when you're on the verge of winning or close to winning, is that bad habits start to take over. Okay? You must understand and realize that when you're in this position, I got meter. He doesn't have V reversal. You're V trigger yet. I have V trigger. What you're trying to do, or what I'm trying to do, is look for that mistake that's gonna get me the win. I want that win. I want it. I want to win. Really bad. So I want to get this win. So I gotta make sure to keep things tight. I gotta make sure not to do anything too punishable. My whole thing is look for a mistake. That was one, but I did the wrong thing. I should have just anti-aired with background house and then try to go for a mix-up into, something. But I went for this. This doesn't give me much. It's +2, but that's it. Now I activate because I want the +4. Now, if you can see my controller, if you can see the left side, I am mashing throw and I don't get it. I don't know if I do. Let me see. Let me see that. This is +4, but whatever. I was like in the midst of, like, the first one didn't register. The second one registered late. I wanted to throw. This would have not killed him, but I would have been like so close. I was so mad there. And he gets the plus range again, don't press anything, and then ADPs. Which was a good bait. This is a good bait. I didn't think he would reach in time, but he did. So, I'm losing. I'm trying to learn. Again, that was a bad one right there. Was a throw. Was a jump. I shouldn't have jumped early. It was something that I wanted to go for. Didn't really work out, but it's okay. Alright. So I'm trying to keep myself in good distance. I now know. See, the biggest issue now is I now know I've jumped like maybe 3 or 4 times this match, and he is anti-aired me every single time. So now I'm scared to death to jump. I'm like, I don't want to jump. And that kind of like, it hurts me, but it also makes me understand, hey, I gotta play safer. I gotta make sure to learn, right? These don't become habits if I just don't learn the mistakes. I'm willing to take those risks, but if those risks are not working out, don't continue them. Good. So I could have activated V-Trigger on that Fierce Punch. I didn't. Just looking for some kind of hit. And he's playing it very well. He's backing off. He's playing patient. He's waiting. And went for another DB. Now that one kind of pissed me off. Because I just didn't think he would go for it there. Especially when I have all the momentum. But that's a risk he's willing to take. Okay. And gets the first game. Overall, this equipment played very clean. And he played very well. And took advantage of all the bad stuff that I did. He just outplayed me the whole time. Okay. Now, let's watch the last one. This will be the last part of this video about bad habits. Is how do we break these bad habits? How do we break this jump that I've been doing that's getting me punished? How do I deal with his jumping without me and getting some anti-airs? How do I break his bad habits? Okay, we're gonna try to make that. We're gonna try to do some different implements in this game. These are called adjustments. Okay, we're trying to adjust and make some adjustments in the match that'll help me. I'm gonna see if any of these adjustments work. Okay, miss an anti-air, go for throw. Okay, now as you can see, I'm still taking a lot of the throws, but again, I'm willing to take these throws versus taking a big mix-up. As long as it doesn't kill me. There's a shimmy, and this is where I took a lot of damage, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I just lost the first game, and I just lost. Look at this. Look at how much damage I took. Like, most players at this point would have said, nah, I'm out. I even thought that. I even told myself, I was like, man, this is Akuma. I suck against Akuma. This guy's playing so well. GG's. I'm probably going to lose. But I knew that as long as I still had a round left, as long as I still had life, as long as I still was able to be in tournament, as long as I could play, I knew that I had a chance to win. He punished me with that sweep. I knew I had a chance to win, so I had one more round left to make adjustments and to figure out what am I doing wrong. One of them was not anti-airing, so this was the first one. It wasn't a legit anti-air, but it was still something. Second anti-air, okay? Made some adjustments. Got hit, but that was okay. That was like a little baby hit. I'm willing to take that. Get a punish on that sweep. Get another anti-air. Third anti-air. Okay, played safe there. We're willing to take those. Got played very defensive. Got a punish. Alright, use some frame data. Took that block string. Okay, we're good. This one got me because I thought I could cross under and I was being stupid. But I also knew V-trigger was done. I could have spinning bird this. I didn't because I'm dumb. Tried reversing that, but I messed up. Anti-aired again. Fourth anti-air. And got the round. Okay, so the adjustments that I made was 4 anti-airs, a tech throw, right, and just overall good meter management. Eliminated the bad habits, eliminated the jump, eliminated the sweep, eliminated the fear of taking throws, and above all, just played very well defensively. Those are the adjustments that got me my first round. Let's continue. Got that punish on sweep. That's one good thing. Punish. Missed the anti-air there. So, a little dangerous, but it's okay. I had no answer for that middle kick fireball yet. I knew I could jump, but it was hard. Okay, I missed the anti-air there, but I was okay. I had my reactions. My reactions were still there. Okay, it's still doing sweep, so I gotta be careful with the sweep. See what I do here? Take the throw there, that's fine. Negative, okay. Try to see if he would just frame trap. Okay, he's still playing very well. Like, I'm gonna have to bring out something that's crazy. Got it, crouching. Got my beat trigger, got my combo. Okay. Missed the anti-air again. And this is where I have to be very careful. Went for the spinning bird. I still got meter. He has no meter. So, went for it. He had no meter. Now, he could DP because he's a V trigger. But I went for that guess. I knew that even if he DP'd, I think I would have survived. And so, it was a well-calculated risk. Made the right adjustments. Made the right fixes on the bad habits. And saw that what was his bad habit? His bad habit was that he jumped a lot. And I took that into consideration. I took all of that knowledge and said, hey, what is he doing that's bad too? Even though he bodied me for 3 straight rounds, like straight bodied me, I still wasn't giving up on learning my opponent, figuring out what his bad habits were, and crushing them. Okay. So, it's a lesson that most people don't realize when they're playing Street Fighter. When they're playing. I can go into any bronze and any silver match, show it to you guys. What up, Just Glenn? Just Glenn knows about bad habits. Right? We know about bad habits, right, Glenn? We know about bad habits. And so, the way you fix them, guys, is playing smart, safe, and understanding how to fix them. And when you don't know how to fix them, you ask. Yeah, I know all your bad habits. That's right. Okay. So, we're gonna leave it at that for the video. Thank you guys for watching that video, or this video about bad habits. I hope it helps. If I find more examples of this, I will definitely do a follow-up video. If people have questions in the comment section, or hey, you guys want to be trained by me, please follow the link in the description. I could, set you on the right path. All it takes is one. All it takes is one session sometimes to get your whole mindset fit. Not always gonna be the easiest thing. I don't guarantee improve. I don't guarantee anything, but I will promise you that you will learn and you will understand how to improve. That for sure. Can't prove. I can't guarantee results. I can't tell you. Yeah, you're gonna be gold after this session. But I promise that you will understand why you're losing and how to fix it. And all the rest of it's on you. Knowledge is on you. A lot of times when people are losing in my sessions, it's because they're just not there yet in knowledge. They don't study it too in depth, or they forget, or they get anxiety. Anxiety is one of the main causes of bad habits. The anxiety, because you see something that works and you tell yourself, oh yeah, that works, it should always work. That Ken that I played, I'm sure got some diamond playing like that, and it worked for him. He got to that point because he played that way. He played scramble heavy, he jumped a lot, he DP'd a lot. It worked. But guess what? If you're patient, if you notice these bad habits, if you see a pattern, you'll get those punishes, and you'll expose those bad habits, and you'll let them know that this shit ain't working on me. Okay. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and tune in for the next video. Peace.